Live in Western Oregon, this is NBC 16 News at 5.
First at 5, one of Lane County's most popular parks may be closed for months while crews clean up the damage from last week's ice storm. Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 News at 5. I'm Alan Matthews. More than half of the trees at Mount Pisgah were damaged as a result of the recent ice storm, but today volunteers came out to help clear some of the damage and hopefully repair one of Lane County's most beloved nature sites. NBC 16's Billy Spotz met with the Arboretum's executive director as well as a volunteer to hear about the extent of the damage.
It's by far the worst I've ever seen. I've been working out here about 15 and a half years. Other people that have been here longer. We've seen a lot of ice storms, snowstorm, floods, fire, nothing like this. This is by far the biggest impact that I have ever seen out here at Mount Pisgah.
Tree limbs litter the road and trails of Mount Pisgah, debris that's caused the beloved park to be closed for the foreseeable future. But Friday morning, volunteers came by to help clean it up.
The damage here at Mount Pisgah has been significant. You can really see it just by looking at this splintered oak tree and the remnants of it to get a good idea of just how bad it's been. And that's why the volunteers here are so determined to help clean up the park in any way they can.
Mount Pisgah is my favorite place in Eugene, and so I've been here as a volunteer and then as an intern. I just felt like to show my appreciation for the park. I just wanted to be out here helping to clean it up.
Sam Metzger is one of those volunteers. She's a U of O student studying environmental science who's volunteered at Pisgah over the last year. During that time, she developed a special relationship with the Pisgah landscape.
I knew that there was a lot of devastation. I had heard from August and Sarah that it was kind of catastrophic. So I wanted to get out here and kind of do my part to help clean it up and just kind of give moral support too. It's really heartbreaking to see.
Metzger was one of many volunteers on site Friday morning. They worked with handsaws, wheelbarrows, axes to help clear debris.
It's devastating, but it's also good to remember that it's nature, and nature is resilient, and it may look drastic to the human eye right now, but we'll clean things up, and it'll be the beautiful park that everyone has enjoyed for decades. So
while Pisgah will remain closed until that debris is dealt with, Van Apple says he's been grateful for the community outreach he's seen.
Immediately after the storm and people started hearing about it and realizing what had happened out here, people began reaching out and wondering how they can help. And to see the crew that's out here now, we have about 30 people probably working out on the trails right now, a few of them behind me. And it's amazing to see, people really do love this place.
And as the saying goes, absence only makes the heart grow fonder. Reporting from Mount Pisgah, I'm Billy Spotz.
Van Apple added that while the park will remain closed, they'll be actively planning more volunteer work parties down the line to speed up that recovery process.